Japan is arming for war and dropping all pretense. The Senate Akekai cabinet is actively pushing to revise the three key security documents, gradually breaking through the constraints of the peace constitution. Even before this, Japan has quietly expanded its military forces on a large scale. According to Global Times reports, Japan's Liberal Democratic Party held a Security Research Council meeting, officially launching revisions to three crucial security documents, including the National Security Strategy. The discussions focused on amending the 3N- nuclear principles and increasing defense spending, with a goal to complete the revisions by the end of next year. Japan's three security documents, also known as the Three Security Principles, are based on the content of the Peace Constitution, encompassing the frameworks of exclusive defense, pacifism, and the 3N- nuclear principles. As a defeated nation in World War II and the only country in history to have suffered nuclear attacks, Japan's Senate Akekai cabinet now intends to abolish the 3N- nuclear principles and actively promote the introduction of U.S. nuclear submarines. Japanese Defense Minister Imamura Yoshiro clearly stated during a parliamentary inquiry that Japan is seriously considering acquiring nuclear submarines. These are just the overt moves. Beyond plotting to revise the three security principles, Japan has long been quietly upgrading its weapons and equipment on a large scale and expanding its military capabilities significantly. Take the Ground Self-Defense Force as an example. It has now established 7 shore-based anti-ship missile regiments, weaving a missile network covering the Japanese archipelago. Furthermore, it has been confirmed that starting from 2026, these regiments will be equipped with the Extended Range Type 12 shore-based anti-ship missiles with a range of 1,000 kilometers. As revealed by South Korean media, the Extended Range Type 12 missile, though named anti-ship, is essentially a long-range cruise missile for land-attack purposes. Its strike range can cover large coastal areas, deep inland regions, and even the entire territory of neighboring countries. Such performance has long exceeded the scope of exclusive defense and self-defense stipulated by the Peace Constitution, in contrast to the Ground Self-Defense Force's secrecy. The Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force has simply put forward a strategy to enhance land-attack capabilities, openly displaying an aggressive offensive posture to the outside world. Currently, in addition to having the second largest number of Aegis destroyers in Asia, the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force also possesses 4 quasi-aircraft carriers, ranking first in Asia in terms of quantity alone. To accommodate F-35B fighter jets, Japan has been refitting to quasi-aircraft carriers of the Izumo- class, Kandan Izumo since 2021. A few days ago, Japan just announced the refit progress. The forward deck of the Izumo has completed expansion and modification, with the entire project expected to be finished in 2027. In the future, these 2 aircraft carriers will be able to carry dozens of F-35B stealth carrier-based fighter jets to perform open-sea combat missions, and their strike capability has long gone beyond the so-called scope of defense. In terms of air combat power, the Japan Air Self-Defense Force has already received 47 F-35 jets, plus 155 F-15J and 90 F-2 fighter jets. Its combat capability and scale are among the top in the world. In the future, when all 147 ordered F-35A and F-30 fighter jets are delivered, Japan will have the world's second largest F-35 fleet and also become the world's third largest country equipped with 5th generation fighter jets. Japan's these moves have long exceeded the needs of defense. In fact, it is stepping onto the path of rearmament step by step. And the reason why Japan can brazenly break through the constraints of international norms on defeated nations of start rearming is precisely due to the connivance and even encouragement of the United States. In recent years, the United States has continuously sold advanced weapons such as Tomahawk missiles, F-35 fighter jets, and Patriot air defense systems to Japan, and incorporated arming Japan into the construction of its Indo-Pacific strategy. It has also repeatedly taken Japan to participate in large-scale naval and air military exercises, such as our IMPAC Rim of the Pacific exercise and Talisman Sabre, striving to build Japan into a scorpion that it stations in the Western Pacific. The United States, of course, has its own motives for doing so. The Center for Strategic and International Studies CSIS think tank conducted a war game in 2023. It concluded that if the U.S. military intervenes in the Taiwan Strait, it would face a failure probability of over 60% even after losing the aircraft carriers, more than 30 warships, and 250 fighter jets. However, if Japan's Air Self-Defense Force and Maritime Self-Defense Force are basically wiped out, military losses would drop by more than half, and the probability of success would double. Driven by such significant interests, the United States will undoubtedly spare no effort to arm Japan. As Henry Kissinger, former U.S. Secretary of State, famously said, being an enemy of the United States is dangerous, but being an ally is fatal. Unfortunately, Japan has failed to recognize the situation and is going further down the wrong path. In the face of Japan's aggressive military expansion, Asian countries that once suffered deeply from its aggression have all voiced strong opposition. After Senator Gaikai showed right-wing tendencies, South Korea quickly distanced itself from her. First, it canceled the joint military exercise originally scheduled for this month. Subsequently, it officially announced that from now on, South Korea's term for the three East Asian countries will be changed to South Korea, China, Japan. A mere change in order actually reflects South Korea's geopolitical choice. South Korea also cannot accept Senator Gaikai's recent absurd remarks on historical and territorial issues. Yu Harunato, Speaker of the National Assembly of South Korea, posted on social media urging Japan to show sincerity, a reflective attitude, and a sense of responsibility. He also warned that Japan's recent push to revise the peace constitution could turn Japan into a country capable of waging war, which would undermine the peace order in East Asia founded on the reflection of past mistakes, something South Korea and other neighboring countries will never accept. Among neighboring countries, South Korea has long been the closest to Japan. If even South Korea holds such an attitude, one can imagine the stance of other nations. Notably, during World War II, the United States supported Japan in the same way. Otherwise, as a resource-scarce country with almost no critical resources, how could Japan have launched a full-scale invasion of Asia for as long as a decade? Therefore, the United States is the most evil country in World War II.